Craft Online shields up, snacks ready. Welcome aboard the Cottontail 86 stream, live on Twitch, simulcasting to Kick and YouTube. Catch the VODs later, but for now, stay for the ride. War trails burning through the midnight blue. Fleet alarm screaming while the chat cuts through. One eye on the refinery, one eye on the raid. Laughing through the madness that the galaxy made. Marbles rolling wild while the emotes fly fast. Pokemon battles and the memes never last. Vulcan with the logic, Klingon with the fire. Cotton's on the bridge and we're climbing higher. Loop drops glittering in the neon haze. Every new surprise just lights up the page. Twitch in the front row, kicking the mix. YouTube holding the replay for the later fix. Whatever the game, we're ready to explore. From Starfield skies to the channel Discord. Roar, the groupies growing every night we collide. Cottontail 86 with the hyperspace ride. Countdown running, engines hum. Everybody in the chat says, here we come. Mic check, lights up, let the music roll. One more step and we launch full throttle. To boldly claw where the grinders won't go. Dark blue lights and the neon glow. Theory craft loud while the warp core spin. Raise those shields. Let the chaos begin. Cottontail 86 taking over the night. Purple in the stars and the Zion lights. Laugh, rage, wheel spins. Community strong. Rage crew ready. Now crank this song. Hey, spin that wheel. Hey, make that deal. Hey, fleet up, punch in. Let's ride. Warp speed, no brakes. Quick play, high stakes. Rich crew, standing side by side. Hey, clip that win. Hey, let the show begin. Hey, bring the hype from wall to wall. Twitch on live, Kick on deck. YouTube's waiting for the call. Bundles to claim and a dozen tabs deep. Chat moving faster than a furring you can cheat. Somebody yelling, hit the refinery. While Cotton's theory crafting perfect strategy. Tangy is screaming, alerts collide. Stream a bot barely keeping the systems alive. But somehow the chaos turns perfectly clean like a starship dancing through a battle scene. Buttons get mashed and the scoreboard shakes. Every little moment turning into break. Community rolling with the jokes and the lore. New faces welcome through the hangar door. The lag gets heavy, we keep moving on. If the match runs long, then the anthem stays strong. No matter the mission, no matter the star. Cottontail 86 takes it just a little farther. So if you're arriving from the raid tonight or finding the stream in the search bar light, Twitch for the live, Kick for the thrill, YouTube for the voice. When the night grows still, keep your seatbelt tight and your volume high. We're flying through the static, through the pixel sky. One chip, one chat, one electric spark, lighting up the void from the intro mark. Deep breath in. Hold that flame. Hey. Chat tight fast. Say the name. Cottontail 86 front and center. Press start now. Welcome to the adventure. To boldly claw where the grinders won't go. Rabbit on the captain's chair, running the show. Community strong and the energy bright. Cottontail 86 going live tonight. Dark blue thunder and the purple skies. Science box reflected in everybody's eyes. From fleet command to marbles rolling along. Bridge crew ready. Now sing this song. Stay tuned for the chaos. Stay tuned for the lore. One more lap around the station before we explore. If you missed the beginning, don't worry, you'll see. The replay lives on YouTube and the live's on Twitch. And kick with me. Stream is live. Engage. Welcome to Hyperspace Arcade.
Another random music mix going on tonight. Good evening. Happy Thursday. How's everybody doing today? All right, we're live. Everything's looking fantastic. So I think I added crowd control, and I think I have it set up correctly. And it gives a little bit of opportunity to do some fun and different shenanigans. Ooh, interesting. I literally just set this up like 3 minutes ago, so I started like 20 minutes ago. I haven't had an opportunity to do much testing. I was in a stream, must have been this morning, and they had it, and I saw it popped up like this neat little what was it, like a little Tetris game or something that the streamer had to play. I was like, okay, that's kind of cool. So yeah, gave that a an upload onto the channel here, and yeah, we'll have to see how that works. I feel like there might be something off with it still, but it could be because it's on my channel, because there's like a user permission thing that I can't get past. Hopefully that's just a me thing. And then yeah, we've got Tangia. I took off stream stickers for now. That has not been getting much usage. So I wanted to make sure that we took advantage of the limited spaces that we have. Make sure that this is done. We'll pretend that that works. We'll pretend that that works, and that's the thing. All right. So a couple of quick things. Got Microscape running on the channel. Exclamation point Microscape to find out information about that. We've got merch going on the merch store. Hey Misa, how's it going tonight?
That the credit exchange, once we
And Mufasa.
finish the other tasks here. Let's do this real quick. I know, I got a good task, didn't I, Elodie? in the minimum here. All right, so I go to the credit exchange right here. As you can see, I'm getting 39 of these currently. 39 times 62 is not that 2K amount. Okay.
I was wondering if that was the one from today,
2018.
maybe.
Right there. So we're just shy by about 200, I believe. Let's go and look at it again real quick. Just shy about 312, right? Easily enough done. So we'll come back to our faction store here. With our Bajoran, we actually have uncommon.
The RNG. The RNG is not in favor. What the hell? Was that the song? Wow. I was like, all of a sudden I started hearing words talking, and I'm like, what the hell is that noise coming from?
Who's on first? Yes. I mean the guy's name. Who? The guy playing first. Who? The guy playing first base. Who? The guy on first base. Who is on first? What are you asking me for? I don't know. Wait a minute. I'm asking you who's on first. That's his name. Well, go ahead and tell me.
Such a
The guy on
classic.
first. That's it.
Welcome in, welcome in. How's it going tonight? All right, we got all the miners set, all the good stuff there. I got a good rundown of the events through a couple of streams today. I am looking forward to doing the Starfleet Academy today. And I'm probably gonna end up doing Starship Armament, doing the Vengeance. Thank you for the follow on Kick there, Melly. All right, so we've got so many events going on today. A lot of things crossing, a lot of things carrying over. Been doing the auto grind, so Cross the Void is done. Hi, Dustin. How's it going tonight?
Most people can't even decide what color to wear or which burger to eat. What the fuck does it matter, man? Autonomy is an illusion.
Combat simulation today. We've got Academy drones. We get to go attack some of them, which is probably about time to stock up anyways. InterVarsity prep.
Autonomy is an illusion.
Gonna make a little progress on that with the Academy drones and doing FKR hostels. All the good things. And then we get to go do our dimensional breach. Kill some armadas. Get some of that loot from the G6 solos. I know I need to stock up. Do you love the updated Ascension path? I have mixed feelings about it. Obvious for my 72 account, it's nothing. There's not going to be probably any progress made on that for the most part. Like, I'm going to do a couple of quick tasks here and there, but I'm not going to go grinding the elite hostels. I think I did no, I didn't do any of them on this account. If I need to do any research stuff, like if I have to do a research, like I might knock a couple of these things out just for the sake of doing them. But for my 28 account, it's a little disappointing that they don't have these ships tied to their introduction for the ops range. Because, like, for instance, this Vidar you can't unlock until ops 31. And that seems like kind of weird. It's like 31, 33 for the Stella, 35 for the Cube. And that's significantly later than what the actual ops that you can unlock those at. So like there's a little bit of not usefulness tied into that, because I don't think it's worth waiting for this to get those, any of these. I don't think it's worth waiting till that ops range to be able to get those. Second cube might be handy. I mean, there's definitely some circumstances where it'd be useful. I don't think for 72 it's a great target to have. I think maybe as a 28, you know, G3, G4, maybe even up until middle to late G5. I think that would be useful, but I think once you start getting into G6, it gets a little less useful and a little more utility. Because I mean, the only thing that's really special about it is the cutting beam, and it might be good for like arenas and PvP, like those kind of situations, but I don't think for the hostile grind kind of stuff that it's not that big of an ad, but it's also, you know, like not a bad thing. It's interesting. Good evening, Dragon Ghost Rider. Welcome in. So I have mixed feelings about it. I mean, I love the fact that there's paths for sourcing. Like, hands down, that's amazing. 100% for that. I kind of think the ops ranges need to be looked at a little bit, because if this is for sourcing the first one, I don't feel like this is set correct. I don't feel this is... It doesn't line up with the ops ranges that you can unlock the ships for the shipyards. And that leaves a sour taste in my mouth. It's about the same level of things as the NX-01 scrapping, to be honest. You know, like, it's a great thing to have in the game, but the target level was wrong. With tweaking, it becomes an absolutely 100% amazing thing. What do we got for V'ger today? Hurak? It's been a while since we did Hurak. Gorn. I don't think Gorn requires different officers. Not really. Not too significant, at least. Alright, let's get this V'ger out of the way. Also gonna send the Reliant out. Yeah. Send the Reliant out to do more auto grinding. Because we do have that, I think it was the combat simulation task. Get that done with a little bit of extra auto grind. Got the Serene Squall doing the thing. The slight extra BP you might be hand out, but is a bit of a distraction. Slightly extra bonus might be handy, but is a bit of a distraction. Yeah, I don't think like the actual research items inside of the tree are of any significant bonus. I haven't looked at every single one item by item. I mean, in G3, these might be okay numbers, 100% in PvP damage. No, that's not going to be that good of a number anyways. 40% to warehouse capacity. Franklin Parts Exchange. That speeds that loop up a little bit. That's not a bad thing. Vault capacity. Yeah, it's nothing. It's nothing fantastic. Getting some shards of officers isn't bad. Oops. 21, 34, 54. 55. No, 54. It's a lot of little bonuses. I mean, getting the ship blueprints, I don't think is that hard. Like, faction credits aren't rare. It's all stuff that's okay. It's a very, very middle of the road tree. I mean, the officers are okay at the end there, 5, 6, and con. Like, they're great officers, but they also are in the transporter pattern store. So, like, those are sourceable through multiple paths. It's interesting. I like the concept behind it. It needs some tweaks. And I hope that they continue to use it, too. Because as they introduce new content, if they can roll older loops into that, you know, as things age out, kind of use that as like a... I don't know if it's like the same time they add stuff into the archives that they add them into the Ascension tree, or some kind of a certain period afterwards. Because, you know, something like that, if it doesn't change, if it doesn't evolve, like, it's not that useful as is, I don't think. Why was the cube so far behind? That needed unlocked first. I don't understand that. Well, I mean, the cube is probably the most valuable thing, and I shouldn't even say probably. The cube by far is the most valuable thing in there. And that's what, you know, like, later generational players are going to go after. I mean, like you mentioned, people want to have that second cube. I'm not one of them. I don't have a need for a second cube. I don't have a desire for a second cube. But I tell you what, if I get the blueprints, I'm sure as fuck gonna build it. But I don't see myself pursuing that. There's gonna be some certain exceptions, like in this combat simulation where we have the tasks of hitting hostiles of any level. I'm probably gonna opt to hit the Elite Klingons and the Elite Federation, just because I am chasing their reputation for my G7 rep, and that won't have a significant impact on that. And it'll just be a good opportunity to get extras.
The special
Wrath of Butter Pecan asked
sauce.
me, how do you feel about Bear Grylls peeing in Gordon Ramsay's sauce? Well, folks, if Bear Grylls is out there urinating in Gordon Ramsay's precious sauce, that's just nature's way of saying, your food's too damn bland anyway. I tell
Damn.
Bear to stick to survival shows and Gordon to chill. Ain't nobody got time for that drama in the kitchen. What a hot mess.
Welcome in, Rage Starved.
Wow.
How's it
You
going
tell
today?
Dr. Phil.
I'm loving having the automated shoutouts. It makes me feel so happy that I can give people recognition without having to remember. I can get distracted. I can get into like some in-depth games, get into some serious action, you know, do wave defense or something like that, and people still get counted. Do we have this? Use trials. Okay, yeah, all these are done. Sometimes I forget how quick that goes. Alright, it's progress against hostile hunt. Progress against the Ferengis. My other account is where I really want to have the Ferengi stuff done. I'm desperately trying to chase down the Vidar right now. Trying to trying to get some OPL hunting opportunities going on. Because I'm trying to trying to get that Reliant built. So I need a little bit more cargo capacity to go do some of the runs in Augment Exile space. Because doing it with the D3 doesn't need to big cargo loads. Or Bortus for that matter. That's gonna be a fun thing when I get a little bit of an opportunity to do that. I don't know about the warp range. I don't remember. I assume the Vidar has more decent warp range, but we'll have to see how far I can get into Augment Exile space with it. But yeah, seeing the Ascension tree start up today, I was like, ooh. But then seeing the build requirements, I was like, yeah, it's not gonna really help me get the ships when I want them. All right, let's speed this up. And yeah, we'll switch over to the right crew. I believe green is today as well. No, I thought I saw that event for some reason. Perfect. So FKR hostiles and then Academy drones. Oh, I ended up in the wrong space. Welcome in, Mort. Thank you for the RAR. I got to catch just a little bit of bits and pieces of the Battlestar stream this morning. I was a little sad because I was kind of excited to see it. But I got to see a little bit of the combat engine, the battle sequence stuff, and that was kind of interesting to see a little bit of how they handled that. I was setting up a
we're playing 12 minutes, so I'd say we've replayed the, like, I don't know, 15 times now. We've drugged our pregnant wife. We're gonna shoot this guy in the back. We're gonna fuck a watch. We're gonna try to blackmail his daughter who has cancer. We're trying to work out who killed who killed her father and why she lied to us.
I think I now understand how Voyager went the way the Voyager went. Wow. That was, without the context, that was so much darkness. Oh, I love it. That's funny. Barkman always wants to murder the baby. And the reasons like this is why Barkman always gets ejected. I've seriously thought about putting that in as one of my channel redemptions too. The Legends of Vox Machina started back up. I'm not familiar with that. Sounds like that would be possibly an anime. Dungeons and Dragons type stuff. It's on Amazon Prime. I was gonna say, like, I run into the same problem too. It's like, find out like all these cool shows are on like Netflix, and I'm like, I don't have Netflix. To be honest, that'd be kind of cool if Amazon gave us a discount. Like, you're an affiliate, here's $5 off. Not anything significant, just enough to be like, hey, that feels neat to be part of the club. Hey, Blue Meanie. I don't know, it'd be neat. I definitely wouldn't expect it. I'm actually really surprised about the Twitch Prime. Or what do they call it now? It's not... It's gonna be switching from Prime to... What, Luna something or another now? And Turbo. Turbo's the way to be, for sure. Welcome in, Lord Iscarin. How's it going tonight? Yeah, Twitch Turbo is different, though. I was talking about the free sub that you get It was like a Luna something something. Prime should include turbo at a discount. That's actually fairly more likely. Because, yeah, I don't know. How did it go? Was Amazon trying to end the Luna program? Or were they trying to push the Luna program? I feel like they were stopping some of their gaming platform stuff that they had through Luna. I know they're changing things, but then they came out and said something about doing the Luna later. I don't remember exactly what it was. That's where you do the Jackbox. I think I have it underneath my Luna account too. I've got a couple of things over there, but I mean, they were free, you know, part of the free Luna gaming stuff that were promoted on Twitch here, so wouldn't be out anything. I've also picked up one of the Jackbox packs on Epic Games. Thank you for the mission key reminder, 50. I was totally not doing that tonight. I definitely did not think of it. I also got an email from Stream Elements this morning that they're gonna actually pay out my my sponsorship money from March. I want to say it was. It was either March or early April. Which has been saying that the payment was expected on like May 2nd. And then like they had the announcements about the financial difficulties or whatever, and it's like, okay, not gonna see that money. Which it wasn't that much, it was only like $40 or something, but still $40. And then we're also getting really close to our active viewer count goal of getting a 90-day average of 25. So that's going amazing. All right, mission keys collected on both accounts. Yeah, it really is, because it opens up additional information in the sponsorship portal that you can share with sponsors, and some are very specific about requiring some of that information. So I'm slowly picking up some options of things that can lead to some discounts for people, or, you know, at least just give a little bit of money to the stream and, you know, be able to turn some of that back around into, you know, marbles packs or battle cash or any of the good stuff.
All right, so I am right with these guys up.
Hey, Warzone.
All right. All right, now what I need to do now is I need to go here, click on this, click on you, sting that bad boy, go over to my discovery, yank over my relativity, activate this one buff, and now we're gonna go 1, 2, 3. Well, can I speed them up? It looks like I can. So that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
It still boggles my mind. If you want to watch somebody kill hostiles that they're not supposed to be able to kill, tune into Warzone. He's got some amazing tricks up his sleeves with some of these newer, tougher hostiles. And he will go through it in heavy detail just like that. Hey, Tid, man. I watched him and learned a few things about the new content I hadn't realized yet. Yeah, I mean, to my own fault, I learned how to do the self-sting from him. I mean, I know the information is out there. I just never pursued it because I was able to cheat with the Leslie crew, so I didn't need to do the stinging to take on the Orions. And then by the time they nerfed Leslie, I was already past needing. I know Mort had a video out about that too, but I didn't. I never watched it because I didn't need it. Sorry, Mort. I'm sorry. But I'm pretty sure I referred people to it though. I know I talked about it at least a couple of times. I do the same thing with some of the Revs videos too. It was one of those things, like I used to be like a really heavy consumer of content because, you know, like I could play the game and like watch videos and stuff. And now that I'm streaming a lot, it becomes harder to consume the content, and yeah. I need to do that with some of the lurking. Because Twitch is really cracking down on the number of tabs that count for things now. I'm pretty sure they decreased the tab count from 3 to 2. Because I've been noticing, especially with doing drops on Microscape, it's very, very hard to collect channel points on more than 2 channels. Very hard to collect channel points on more than 2 channels. The wireframe cube. Thank you for the 7 stream streak, Tin, man. That's amazing. Have you been seeing that too, Warzone? Yeah. And there's been a lot of people in Marbles on stream that have been getting shadow banned because their accounts are getting flagged for spamming because, you know, like Marbles is designed to be able to run up to 3 streams at a time for a dropper. And, you know, like a lot of the times, you know, like they'll be, you know, like 2-minute runs. So like every 3 minutes in 3 different channels, they're putting in the same chat message or the emotes and stuff. And it's really, really hard for Twitch to kind of keep track of that and not write them off as bots, you know, spam bots, which is understandable. And I think a lot of it is like a lot of the people have Stream Decks and they have buttons programmed on the Stream Deck. And I haven't looked into it specifically, but I know that there are plugins. And I suspect that one of those plugins goes directly through the Twitch API instead of through the browser chat window. And it sounds like that API channel is the one that's being flagged really heavy for the bot spamming. Because I know like with mine, I have mine set up where it's just basically a clipboard macro where it just pastes in a line of text and hits enter for me. But I believe that one of the extensions allows you to program it to go to a channel where it'll put the message into a specific channel. And that one is likely causing some issues. But I know like with the Twitch plugin, you can do the same thing through the API and put stuff into your own channel. And I think some of the streamers were getting hit with that because they'll put information, they'll have buttons for, you know, letting people know to drop and for setting world records and all sorts of stuff. And so like there's probably activity that, you know, like a typical Twitch user, viewer, even streamer might not have, but within the way that Marbles and Stream has evolved on Twitch, you know, like it's a very, very, very commonplace thing for them. So it's been hitting the Marbles community extremely hard. So like a lot of the suggestions with them were, you know, like to try to make sure that they're actually chatting and not just, you know, basically not just hitting exclamation point play in all the channels. Make sure that they're, you know, interacting with the channel a little bit to give that humanoid presence to it. Which, you know, like in the overall scheme of things, like it's going to benefit streamers a little bit because it's going to increase engagement to a certain extent. Which, I mean, people dropping still does that anyways. But they were talking about decreasing the number of streams that can be dropped in at one time from 3 to 2. Which is kind of funny because they were actually just discussing a couple of weeks ago, the developer was talking about possibly thinking about expanding it to 4. And then, yeah, like, it seemed like last Thursday something kicked in on Twitch's side that really kicked a lot of people right in the nuts. A lot of people got it kicked straight in the nuts with it. Which is unfortunate, you know, like combating bots is like a really positive thing. It needs to be done and everything like that. And there's always going to be growing pains. Thank you for the more, you know, redemption, just QTA checks. Okay, the repair. I'm a little bit disappointed that the repair glitch is still a thing. I was kind of hoping that would have been. Oh, I also didn't do the second update today yet. I forgot about that. Yeah. But luckily with Microscape over the last couple of days, there hasn't been like super heavy number of drops, because I think must have been Monday. There was like, at one time there was like 5 channels that had drops going on, and it was really hard to accumulate the channel points in some of them channels. Did I get the new Ascension research? I absolutely did. And I'm gonna not put any real effort into it. Like, I'm not gonna go out of my way to go hit 39 FKR hostiles, but I'm gonna take advantage of what did I say? The combat simulation events, I think it was. No, one of the event series has, I think it was the combat one. Like, they have the occasional event where they tell you to go hit a hostile or an FKR hostile of any level. And, you know, typically with that, I've been sending the Dauntless to go to like a 21, 22 system for Federation and Klingon. But now I'm just going to take advantage of this, and I'm going to go to, what is it, Memory Alpha over on the Fed side, and go kill these assassins. And then these assassins carry the well, they don't carry it. This is kind of like faction messages, scout messages from scouts. It'll be a chest that you get, and you turn that chest into the faction store for the research credit. So it's basically a new kind of scout is what I'm going to consider it. And yes, you have to use a very specific, you have to use the opposite faction ships. It has an ability where only Klingon or Romulan ships can kill the Federations, and then only Klingon or Federation would be able to kill the Romulan. And then only Federation or Romulan would be able to kill the Klingon. It has to be a faction ship. Can be a faction ship of any level. Ooh, MJ. Hi, MJ. You're not part of my auto shutouts yet. You haven't been in. Did we get you earlier? You were not part of my auto shutouts yet. I'm surprised I didn't just add you off the cuff. I guess I only did it with 2 people, I guess.
Well, whoops. At 27, right, I am still kind of struggling to move to 63s. I can kill a 63, but it's my whole hull. No, I'm not against the grind, Ruby. Not at all. As a matter of fact, I like grinding. That's why I have 4 kids. What?
Yes.
For the street. I just wanna thank you for the
Thank you for the 5 stream streak, Big Booty Banga. How you doing tonight? Welcome in, Agnor. Might be foolish, but restarting your Ops 49 account? I mean, foolish, maybe. Foolish, maybe not. I mean, kind of depends on if, you know, like if you don't like something that you've done that you can't reverse. And you know, like there might be it might be an oversight, and You know, like they could add Anorax in later, possibly. Or it's just the way it's designed. Just to limit the Hi, Asian boy. Exclamation point join to get in on the dungeon. Oh, yeah, I mean, it's 100% the way that Anorax is designed, but it doesn't mean that they forgot to change him to work for it. I don't suspect that they would intend to, but it's a possibility. Unless they said it specifically in the patch notes that Anorax does not work and will not work. Because if there's ever one thing that we've learned in this game, is that they don't always go through and follow through things again. Op71 is your main account. So, Agner, were you thinking about, you know, like cutting off the 49 and then starting over from 1 again with a new account? Because I think that's not a bad tactic if you want to keep on getting the fresh experience, because I've done that several times. Went for G3 and Anorax isn't acquired until 35 plus, which is towards the end of the research tree. Is it 35 plus? Is that tied to... What is it tied to? Yeah, I know it's the Agma Faction Shop. Is that Ops Lock somehow? Is it tied to a Reliant tier? Isn't the Reliant before 35?
Cheer 100, thanks for the help.
Of course. Thank you for the 100 biddies. You get it at 32, but it can only upgrade it so far. So it's tied to the ship tier, and that gets ops locked to 35. Okay. That's what I was like. There's so many different things that come into play. It's so hard to figure it all out. They also fixed the exo stores, so can't use the same exo on the multi one. Graze it out. Oh, didn't they do that a while ago? Yes, it was a very good move on their part to make sure that the tooltip has the correct information in it. Not sure, just noticed it. Yeah, I was gonna say, like, I feel like that was last summer. Not 100% sure. It was more recent than that. Couldn't have been by too much. Oh, we're talking about two different things now. Yeah. We just got tortoised into ads. What a way to send everybody off. That's hilarious. Okay, yeah, I was thinking about the Exocomp change. I think it was last summer, but yes, Anorax's tooltip was early winter. Like, I feel like that was either the month that G7 launched or the month that after I planned it. Oh, great job on the planning. It couldn't have gone much better. I keep on looking over at my microscape because I'm thinking at some point tonight we're gonna get that Golem core. I feel like I'm coming up on the time.
That's right.
Joel and True Green Tea, welcome on in. Man, I love seeing the horses. I'm gonna say that every time I see that clip. Just always, I don't know. It's peaceful. I still don't think that the bot's firing off the shoutouts correctly every time. I might have to leave some logging in for that. I'm not sure that it actually gave the actual shout out to Hinman. I don't remember hearing the "You're the best" sound pop up. We got the FKR stuff done now. We done with those? No, we're gonna have like 2 left. 2 left. I'm actually excited to go take some Academy drones on because I'm going to be doing my building upgrade tonight. So I want to do a run before and a run after.
This is the future.
Do some comparisons.
Evolution.
Wrong button. All right, that's our 50. I don't know what I want to use for crew though.
Evolution.
Did we already speed up? We did already speed up. I hate how long that takes. I think I'm gonna use my regular G7 crew just to keep things baselined. Go to the 71 space. Not end up in Venari Raw space by accident. I've not done that yet, but that could be something somebody does. I don't think I've seen any of the streamers do that. That should go on like a community bingo card. All right, I'm gonna clear out my battle reports. Make it easy to do a quick count on number of attacks that we do. And see what the difference is between what am I at now? 24? 23. Between the building at 23 and then I think I can get the building up to 32 or 33 tonight. I think I can get up to 32 maybe. Maybe. I don't remember how many keys come out of the refinery. So hopefully with the first attack, we can get a couple of things done there. Class honors. So if I do, I won't be able to get 600 out of here. We'll be taking it to 30. What did I say? 31? Yeah, 31. Unless that... Oh, that might change. That'll be one of those things that you have to be careful about. That changes... What changes? That's tied to ops level. The engineering credits are tied to the building level for the resource turn-ins. But the actual academy honors don't change. That's Athena. There's a upgrade reward at 30. I was hoping there'd be a little more class honors in there. So we'll upgrade it to 30. Check to see if we can redo a pull. First things first, attack the drone. Or the survey, the loot goblin. So this is taking a pretty significant load on the shields with the surveys. The battleships aren't doing too bad. That's gonna skew the data a little bit, but how high can my building go? I'll be able to go to 31 right now. I was kind of hoping, like by chance that, Scopely might pay out the free battle passes today and I'd be able to get the elite reward from milestone 1, but didn't get that extra gift in my claims today. But yeah, so that'll be 8 levels. It changes the critical damage mitigation by a lot. I have a feeling that I'll probably still be able to My thought is I'll still be able to hit the 71s, but I'll be changing over to Loot Crew at that point. So I know I chested against 72s, and that was very ineffective. I was gonna do the Cisco health boost, but actually, let's just attack that for the quick trip home. All right, so I forgot that we had the squall out there. That did not make it any easier. So we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I'm gonna claim these chests. Oh boy. After the game resets? Okay, no. I thought I was getting booted. Usually when the Wi-Fi symbol pops up, that means I'm gonna get booted. It doesn't usually pop up for anything else. I'm gonna go in the refinery. I'm gonna do this exchange. I'm gonna get these class honors. Just in case this resets. So I got my 2 chest pull. I've pulled the small one both times. Alright, then we're gonna go upgrade the building to 30. I hate that resets. All right, building upgraded to 30. So now we get the reward upgrade. Gives a couple more field passes and some simulation codes. And then I don't know, we'll claim those. Okay, class honors did not reset. The training merit trade-in did not reset. So next building goal is 80. No, that's for the title. 40. Okay. I was gonna say that's a big gap. We're to strike the Romulans for the Ascension. For 39s, you're gonna be in Ferraria. Which is straight to the right of Romulus on the route out to G4 space. I think that's the same system they used to do the jellyfish event in. If I remember correctly. Okay, so nothing special there. We'll get the last couple of upgrades. Is it 1 or 2? 1. I still held out hope that it was just a little bit. Did you miss the turtle? You did miss the turtle. Warzone gave us tortoise panting right as we were going into ads. All right. So now we've gone from critical mitigation of 65,800 to critical damage mitigation of 170,000. So we've gone up by about 150%. There's more. I didn't expect more. Yeah, no, you didn't miss it. That'd be an interesting thing to trigger. It'd be interesting to have like some random alerts trigger after like so many characters have been typed in chat. Interesting. Interesting little side project. It'd have to be like an evolving scale of some sort, though. Like, the reward had to have to grow with the number of messages. Alright, so we got 12 last trip. Let's repeat. See how much this number grows by. Because I would expect this to move from like 12 to 18. Where am I? I'm in the wrong 71 system. I don't know if the math's going to be that tight or not, but I mean, if it increases the critical damage mitigation by 150%, you know, why can't it increase the hostiles by like 50%? I look forward to the day so much when I get the instant warp on this damn ship. That's been the hardest part about going from one of the faction epics to the Vengeance, is not having instant warp. Because that was a very short time period where I actually had the instant warp. Like, when I go off to do like the Borg Conqueror armadas, you know, like I'll send the Vengeance and then like I'll move on to the Enterprise E, and the Enterprise E is like, do you want me to go there instantly? And I'm like, no, it doesn't pay because the other ship can't get there. And then I go to the Cube, and the Cube's like, hey, I could go there instantly too.
Yo, we see that feather names, Jack flying like a
Chad.
new folks rolling in, whole squad is same, pulled up to the buddy domain. Let's go. Welcome to the burrow. Welcome to the show. Hey, Cottontails live.
Retro 45 streams.
Crazy, watch the numbers grow. Drop your emotes, let the whole chat know. Welcome Raiders, hey.
Welcome in, Raiders. If you have not been here before, what's taking so long? And all the redeems. 33, there we go. Lord is scared, you let your subscription expire.
Omega, I told.
All right, Chad. Thanks for
that
dropping
I
Thanks for dropping the community off.
have a couple commands that I have to type in here.
There's a zombie
do
train.
Some point maintenance. As
I
you
love that
guys
little
know,
yeet. Wait, what? Now I'm confused. There's a phantom train or ghost train on Tibbs. It hit a level 10 hype train after he left. Because I was looking back and I was like looking to see if his stream was still up. But I looked and I saw 2 tabs of myself and I'm like, what's happening? He left his stream on. That's why I put the shutdown thing onto mine from StreamerBot. Because it's really easy to forget to do. The stream's ended and the hype train is still going. That's awesome. I've seen other channels do offline hype trains before like that. It is still going. Is that a treasure train? No, it's just a hype train. What level is it at? It is a level 10. The record too? So yeah. Y'all started a record train when he went offline. That is crazy. No, he was just actually chatting in chat. He sees it. Because he must have just went there and ended the stream because the stream is offline. Yeah. So yeah, he just chatted in his chat. That's funny. A 69 Borg Conqueror Armada tonight. The relativity does do pretty good on those. You guys push it up to level 11. That's crazy. That's amazing. Like, there's a couple of streamers that that I follow where their communities really love to kick off hype trains when the streamer walks away to like go refill water or go to the restroom or something. So like sometimes that's kind of a fun game. Like they come back to like a level 8 hype train or something like that when they, you know, left with just the stream doing normal stream things. But that's another level. I mean, stream ends and that's amazing. But I mean, I know like the hype trains are really weird now too because you can kick them off outside of like the hour limitations. Especially, I don't know what the triggers are, but it kind of seems like if it doesn't get above like a level 2, like a lot of times it'll let you kick it back off with like 3 or 4 things. A lot of times, like 45 minutes, it's pretty easy to do it, but I've seen it go like 10 minutes too. Like if it doesn't get above level 1, like it's almost like it doesn't count. Yeah, like I think a raid really helps change that, you know, like it's usually if there's a lot of stuff has happened. Oh, Warzone, how did you get so many freaking points? That just tells me I need to create more channel point redemptions. Well, that's another thing I saw. There was a channel point redemption tied into crowd control. Make dungeons cheaper and unlock more than one. That's actually a good idea. That's actually a really good idea. I didn't even know that I had it locked at 1. I'm gonna lock it at 10. Why even have a lock? Why even have a lock? Maybe cooldown.
F&A, Cotton, F&A.
Yeah, maybe not. I was thinking a cooldown of like 60 seconds, but it'll queue up. It'll be fine. See my redeem. Oh no. What do we have for a redeem? I don't think that counts as a command. We already have that command. It is in streamer bot right now. What do I have the redeem set for? Okay. It's 2 carrots. All right, I'm gonna do your exact command, Loston. Because you know what? I have it set for no limit currently. I know you meant timeout, but you put limit. I'll loophole the hell out of your loophole on that one. Because that buys me at least 3 days to come up with a plan to circumvent the next one. But that price will only be effective for this stream because it will reset at the end of stream. Yeah, we just think basically we just increased the price to 100 carats instead of 2 carats. Nothing else changed with it. Two redeems can minimize the cooldown block. It could. It's a little bit of a loose definition of command. Exclamation point join to get in on the dungeon. A little bit of a loose definition of command. It was less in mind with what I had, but I have precedent to set it like that because that's how we got the dancing chef and spicy chef on here, so. You're gonna make him dance longer? That is something that I contemplated doing, was like increasing, like starting out with a short amount of song, and then for every redemption, the timeout would increase, but the time that it ran would also increase. I thought about starting out that way. All right, so how did the hostile count change? I feel like that didn't really change. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oops, that was 8. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. 22, 23. So shields were down to about 40% before, and now they're not dropping at all. It's also taking about a third of the hull damage. So that pretty much doubled the number of ships. Hi, Ellie. The welcome in one, or the bye bye bye, the bye bye bye. It exists in a couple places. It exists in a couple places, that is for sure. Okay. So that increased the ability to attack there. So on death, cargo was at 920. Before we should have been around, well, 440 was like my normal number, but I don't know if that's usually what the without the loot goblin, it's normally like 440. So 520. So we almost doubled the loot, of course. Double the hostile, double the loot. Thank you for the RAR. It's not the same. Bring back 2 carats. It'll be back next stream. I think. You might have to remind me next stream, actually. Because my bot doesn't reset the point cost, because I wasn't intending on changing the point cost. There's a cursor on my screen. That one? No, there's 2 of them? Oh, that's interesting. There's a cursor on my face, too. That has to do with crowd control.
Bruh.
That's funny. I'll be more specific. I'm calling you Genie from now on. Well, and I thought about like tying in the command to like auto generate the command. Like to a certain extent. Like that may be a possibility in the future too. But I will... I don't know how I would handle that because I can't really edit the files with like Codex Live. A Lostin. So you could redeem that for a code on the next one for what you want. So that actually increased the Academy drone capabilities significantly more than I thought. Totally free to play. I was only hoping for 50% gain, and I ended up with 100% gain. Or at least 90% gain. So that's a big change. I have to try a 72 now. I don't expect to kill it. I don't expect to kill a 72, but before we only took like 5% of the hull down on it. I'm guessing, let's see, would that move it to 10%, or do you think we could possibly get up to like 50? I'm hoping for like 50. Nah, there's no shot. There's no shot at 50. I think 20% is hoping for a lot. 10% is realistic. But either way, that's a significant improvement in the loop, because now my second redemption is 400. So I went from getting 540 to getting, what was it, 590? So there's going to be a little bit of an overage accumulated. Little by little by little. And that gave us half the points that we need for the Vengeance is Mine. Which I think that's the most exciting part. So other buildings. Enhanced Section 31 transmitters. So that building, we only need 20 transmitters for that. So that means we can bring this up to level 2. Well, 63. Which is a pretty decent jump in hull health. I think it was like 100% or something like that. Which helps. It definitely helps. I'm looking forward to being able to get into the shield research there, though. That's going to be Huge. All right, we dropped into the 72 system. Oh, I'm still gonna die here. The question is how bad. Oh, I didn't die. Was it the 73s that I couldn't do? I should have tried the 72s beforehand. I can't get 10 of these. There's death. I bet that was actually close, though. That was actually close. If I would have started with full hull on that one, I would have been able to kill it. We'd be able to do like 5 72s. That's only 400 loot. So I think 71s, I could probably do hostile crew now. And then if I'm doing hostile crew, then that means that we'll really be able to bank stuff up for that loop, and I might be able to start doing double pulls. At least on an occasional basis, a couple days a week. Which should help feed Athena blueprints and try to get that up to mainly double pulls. Oh, I should actually look at one of those combat logs against 71. That's still going 4 rounds. So I'm going to want to put pick Q back on. I've typically been boosting before I head in when I've been doing loot crew stuff before. Or was that when I was attacking up? I don't remember if that was before with attacking up or loot crew. No, it was with loot crew. That's the thing that I just loaded. Good evening, Zom. Server 709, only the strong survive. Hell yeah. How's it going tonight? Totally free to play. My Athena's coming totally free to play. Which I'm actually kind of excited for that. Like, I think that's one of those ships that I think waiting is going to be useful. Not buying the building and everything like that. PvP changed a lot at Op 65. As far as getting into arenas or just like the PvP banding on the server. I could definitely see arenas because then you're within reach of like 73s. At least for the pairings. Ashley was able to run with the Admiral who's 73. Heck yeah. It's fun to pair up with stronger players. It's also fun to be a strong player that can dominate. It's been a while since I've been able to be one of those. At the very beginning of incursions, very beginning of arenas, I was able to hold my own a little better. All right, just hope that shield's old. Ooh, maybe. That's close. That's very close. So might want to come in here with Cerritos boost at least. Which is what I did last time. That's what I was doing last time. I'd come in with Cerritos boost, and then I threw on the protector since I was just boosting anyways. Give myself that extra whatever 30% on destruction. So I might take that tactic up again. Depends on how many. I get, because the RNG is going to work out. I'm going to get fucked hard by one of these things. Howdy, Delimeyer. Welcome on in. Not much, just going through some of these Academy drones. I finally did a building upgrade for the Academy. Was holding on to that for a little bit to try to make some room on leaderboard, and
Hello there.
Since they added it back into the Vengeance's Mine event, it was a perfect time to spend it. Doubled the number of hostiles I was able to hit in one trip, so it was definitely worth it. Welcome in, House of that QLN. Academy's up to 71. I bet that lets you do some pretty decent things in the deeper sides of space. Yeah, mine's at 31 now. Which is really nice to make it, jump it up 10 level or 8 levels, because it's very noticeable. Very noticeable how much difference it makes. Can only kill 74s, can kill only 275s with the max vengeance. That's good to know that the future holds a lot of hope. I've got a long ways to go with mine. I think my vengeance here is at, I don't even remember what tier this thing is. 6. I wanted to say 6, but I wasn't 100% certain if it was that. So I'm at tier 6 right now, so it's got a lot of growth to come. Which, with the specialty ships and stuff for this Vengeance is Mine, I'm hoping to get a few milestones on the SMS for that. Get probably a good portion of another tier, if not an entire tier, out of it today. 73 ship is only tier 4, so it's not very good yet. Yeah, I've heard some of the battle reports off of some of them, and it's been, you know, like, it's not surprising. Like, tier 4 is a little bit early for most ships. Like, I don't know where you start getting, like, that 3rd or 4th below deck slot on those. But, like, that always helps, just getting those below deck slots unlocked. It's amazing, like, how much the effectiveness compounds over it. Because I know, like, in the my Vengeance here, once I got that 4th one and I was able to add Carol Marcus below deck, like, it just made such a huge difference. And then now when I get my 5th slot, like, it's probably just going to be Naga that I end up adding into it. Because, like, the combat effectiveness is good enough for where it's at right now, that getting that repair efficiency is going to be super useful. All right, so that is was it InterVarsity that had that? Yes, InterVarsity had that. So that is, the SMS is completed with that. The SLB, not having Athena, I'm not going to be able to compete in that one, I don't think. Voyage Across the Void would be done. Combat Simulation, this is done, perfect. Oh, the Breen event is active. I saw the 2 Vengeance events there, and I thought the one was the RLB. Perfect. More parts, more parts. Holding off on Athena till the parts count and the Interstellar Dominance. Events for it right now, the prizes are not appealing. Yeah. And that, you know, like, it's kind of good because so much is tied to the ship's tier that there's not really a heavy penalty for holding on that. Haven't even looked at events yet today. Busy Thursday IRL. That was my day yesterday. I didn't even have a chance to hardly open the game at all, except for to change the miners, reset miners. Hey, ADT forever. I am on server 34. How about yourself? Queue up a bunch of these, let that run. And then I'm gonna do some specialty ship upgrades. I'm not gonna be able to kill all these, but... Oh, I got the wrong crew on right now. I got the wrong crew on right now. I cannot take a loot crew in here. There's no reason to take a loot crew in here. It's just ship parts. 6-star ship, broken ship parts. Was server 100 but got merged into 99 at the beginning of the year. Nice. Well, hopefully the merge has gone okay for you. And a lot of people have mixed experiences with that. Generally not a liked thing for most people. You wish that the Katinga was about 10 faster in impulse drive? Well, you could try to make sure that you have Fleet Commander Kirk set for impulse speed if you haven't done, if you have him set for warp speed. It might help a little bit. Got the Excelsior to tier 14, so warp range is 5200 after the research upgrade. Added the slipstream and the 78 systems are reachable. Hell yeah. That's awesome. That's that's crazy that the specialty ships just turn into exploration vessels like that. Because like I remember, you know, like the Voyager was like the first one, just had killer warp range, and then NX-01, you know, all of a sudden that thing has killer warp range, and then it's like everything else has it too. It's neat to see Excelsior pumps up with that too. Like that was my little hurdle for a while, because I was trying to house in the margins and do mining and stuff with it, but like Excelsior couldn't quite get out of there, and I think at that point my Squall couldn't get out either. That's kind of like So I went back to housing back in G1 space, and I haven't been back to the margins since, because it's short enough warp time. I'd like it to be a little bit shorter, because I don't have the, just talking about it earlier, I don't have the instant warp on the Vengeance, and I look forward to the day that I get that, because that's gonna be a lot more fun. Welcome in, Duke Vengeance. Nice quiet mining there. Heck yeah. 48,000 more parts until maxed. I know that number sounds like a lot, but that probably really doesn't take that terribly long. Thanks for the sub, ADT. I was going to open up some Eviscerator rips to get my Alliance up mining in 78 systems. Once you've been there, you can use your NX to look in. And if you can see in, you can move your base there. That's very true. Like, I've thought about doing that with, like, my ship and my abilities and stuff to be able to get some quick links set up. I haven't been around to it yet. I never thought about getting a rip from an Alliance mate. We don't really have anybody. Well, we have people that can get higher than me, but I don't know if it's significantly enough. Definitely not up to the 78 systems yet. Yet. Highest ship is 14 billion, and it's the Relativity, and you're only 67. Well, the Relativity can take care of business, though. Like, we have, Warzone might still be in the chat, but he's, 68, and max Relativity, he's taking down, like, 71 Orions in the V'ger systems. He can do 71 G7 hostiles in the margins. 65. Is he 65? Oh. Yeah. I guess it doesn't really matter. Still, the point is under 70 for sure. And I think, you know, like, there's some pretty decent tricks out there, out in the YouTube world for being able to punch up beyond your natural abilities too. I guess no, I haven't heard from Pecan in a little bit, Ellie. Unless he got one of the shadow bands from Marbles. I haven't seen him on Discord either, I guess.
Bruh.
He's around. He's making points on leaderboard still. What is a shadow ban? Shadow ban is just basically a limitation on your ability to chat and chat. Damn, 50. That is beast mode. That is just beast mode. Thank you so much. Yeah, so yeah, the shadow banning is just like Twitch thinks that you could be a spam bot, so they limit your ability to chat. And it's been hitting the Marbles community a lot. I'm sure, Ellie, you've heard it running around, people talking about shadow bans and stuff there. So it could definitely be something as simple as that, or maybe just needed a Twitch break, because sometimes it's good to be healthy for a little bit. 131 out of 200 GS31 blueprints. That's gonna come up quick, Dustin. I got a shadow ban on a stream that I follow that I've never even posted in their chat. Not sure I've even watched it in months. That's weird. Mod on several streams might be burnout. Yeah. Or could be just like vacation even. I mean, it's healthy to, you know, step back every once in a while and take a break. Okay, now we got the infinite flame glitch. Okay, perfect. Specialty ships. So, actually, specialty buildings. Continue with specialty buildings. I want to finish whatever scores on Vengeance is mine. So I did class honors, I did section 31. Independent archives, I don't have anything for that yet. Signal observatory and then exotic shipments. I just did signal observatory. No, I did not. Yeah. Archives building is a little past halfway to the first upgrade. So I'll be able to get some of that here in next week sometime, I guess. No, that's 400 a day. I forgot about the conversion, so that counted in that total. Yeah, enhanced building is 400 a day. And we need 8,000, so it'll be 20 days. So almost at the end of the month. That's a good chunk of time away. Yeah, you and Martok both hit it. Where's the PvE content to level certain ship? Oh. You want to know... You were asking about Romulan space, Dustin, right? So that's this Faria system. For the 39s. That's straight to the east, 2 systems from Romulus. I'm not sure if it's because of the NX archives, but ever since I have gone up to 50% piercing, my cube is auto grinding much longer with the Suliban. There's a good chance. I mean, I want to say the piercing was one of those key statistics for them, if I remember from Flashpoints. Ships like GS-31 and Relativity and Reliant, basically specialized ship that get stuck in Armada or Waves content. That's usually the best spot for them. Definitely think it made a difference because I don't do anything else, and overnight it drastically changed. Yeah, I mean, there was a lot of stuff with points that well, it could even be, what is it, the Transigen Forge was there. I mean, yeah, even getting like the isolytic stuff. I didn't know if there's anything for the Suliban here, but it doesn't look like it. But yeah, piercing. I mean, anything that starts shaving off rounds and you know, like making your mitigation stronger, you know, deflecting damage, whether it's, you know, isolytic defense, apex barrier, even this critical mitigation might flow into some other aspects of the game at some point. You know, like all that stuff adds up so much. You know, like all of a sudden, you know, like you get an extra 5% of your damage back. You go from 20 hostile to 21, and then, you know, next thing you know, you're at 30, and it's like, okay. But a lot of the stuff doesn't seem like it works gradually. Because like a lot of things, especially with like shields, like if your shields are falling and you get to the point where they're not falling, like your combat effectiveness swings in a significant difference. Because, you know, your shields are taking, without any weird abilities or anything like that, but they're mitigating 80% of the damage. So as soon as you lose those shields, you know, like that's 80% of damage that used to go away that you are now taking approximately to the hull. Less other factors, but you know, so like when I'm looking at logs, like the first thing I look at is, do I have shields? Did I maintain shields? Because that's the easiest fix to make. We all take a second to appreciate bulk claims and how much they've changed our lives. So much time has came back to this game, from this game. Because, like, I used to take all my claims after stream, basically, because I don't want to. I'm not gonna have you guys sit through watching me click on all the faction items. But now at this point, like, I don't feel bad doing it because I can go through the faction store in the 2 minutes it takes a ship to warp. You know, before that was an easy 10 minutes. It is. I'm gonna forgive Scopely for a lot of bullshit for giving that to us. Misa never looks at logs. Well, I mean, it's one of those things. If you're trying to get the max out of everything, you have to dig into them to understand. But if you are, hitting and doing the thing and doing it effectively enough for what your goals are, you don't have to dig into them most of the time. It's almost 1 hour before. Just use whatever crew is suggested and works. And, 90% of the game that's effective for. It gets a little trickier when you're with the V'ger stuff. If you push up a little bit further, or even with like these drones pushing up a little bit further, like you can get ahead of your ops level to be effective with them. But if you have a strong account, you're probably not going to encounter an issue, and yeah, you can usually throw what you need to at it. I do too right now. I think V'ger is a really good gauge. There's some of the stronger enemies in the game, and if you can handle what you need to handle with them, you can usually take on pretty much everything. Thanks for the reminder on the drones. You're welcome. Also, don't forget your mission keys if you're at it. All right, so we had talked about the IA building, Signal Observatory, and Warp Dive Bar. I'm trying to make sure that I give the Alliance enough time to send the helps that they want to send. It's one of those things where, like, I don't feel the need to necessarily have the helps, but I don't want to deny people the ability to send the helps. So we've got 460 there. 560. Oh yeah, we only get 120 out of that. I wanted to make sure that I was going to be able to get everything I could out of this building. Oh yeah, there's some automation modules. Did that alone really just clear 2 levels of Vengeance is Mine? No, that's giving twice as many points as I thought it was. Okay. I was like, there ain't no way. Okay, so we had 2 buildings so far. The Academy. Okay, that's 3 buildings. Academy, Section 31 building, the facade, and then Signal Observatory. Got 1 milestone on this heroic SMS. While that is going, let's do some ship parts. We have Excelsior in dock. So let's upgrade Excelsior. I know for a fact that I can tier that ship up tonight. And I do want to claim the strong box at least before. I don't know if anything else changes. Oh no, we're actually short. Thought I had enough. It's a different ship then. One of the other ships. Is that the Squall? I have one of the ships that's ready to tier up. All right, recall the Squall. Let's see, what is the next ship that scores? Dauntless. Dauntless is the one that I can upgrade. That's the one that'll be able to tier up. Thank you for the 5-stream streak, Bacon Fish. Holy crap. Tin Man's asking if anybody needs panning turtles. Misa's never going to turn down panning turtles if she's still here. By the way, Quentin, you were so correct about me enjoying the Excelsior. It is a great ship. It takes very little effort, and you just get that extra crap out of it. I do want the US Excelsior, but I do not feel like bum rushing past Ops 50 with at least 1 or 2, or even all 3-8 Epic 50 ships. I don't blame you. Like, it's a big move going from G4 to G5, and I think it is worthwhile to really, you know, like catch up and make sure that you got everything set where you want it before you really make the move. Like, it's a good spot to take a breather. All right, before I even spend this, I want to make sure I claim aggregation stuff. I want that strong box before I tier it up. I'm actually looking forward to this upgrade. All right, let's go back to the refinery, claim our gift. And I might have enough meat on the bones to be able to claim something else. Exclamation point join to get in on the dungeon. Let's say jungle. It didn't update the strong box yet. There we go. There's the upgrade gift. All right, we got the new strong box. And a bunch of new stuff popped through since we got all the upgrades done. Welcome in, Doug. How you doing tonight? I was not planning of only staying at Ops 48 for 45 seconds. I had the chance to push up 49 for better loot. I always think that it's best to get yourself wherever you can strategically get the most benefit. So like for me, like it was worthwhile to push from 70 to 71 just because of the extra crap. 3 parts away from the Excelsior hitting tier 4. Heck yeah, way to go 50. JP, welcome in. How are you doing? How are you, cute fluffy tail man? I'm doing well. How are you doing?
No, obviously, I get around the community. I'm like a SCFC hoe.
I love that clip. Thank you, Broker Wolf. Welcome on in. I don't know if I saw you earlier. We're getting through the auto list here, going pretty damn good. I don't think this is a matter of living it down. I think that was a great statement on your part. Thank you, Tin Man. Someone's playing a clip from my wedding night. Yes, Sherlock Holmes, that turtle is definitely putting the work in. I ain't too proud to beg. I could definitely picture Risa like has the phone playing or has the TV playing. You know, like kind of walked away, sidetracked with another task, and just running to the phone to go put in, "Thank you." I feel like it has that level of enthusiasm. All right, Dauntless. What do we upgrade on the Dauntless? What is this song? This song is called Backstreet Boy. It's like a little video game movie picture thing. Just sat down for putting the princess to bed and I put my headphones on. The first thing you hear is the beautiful turtle. There, you got it just in time then. You got it just in time. Hitman had that figured out. Unfortunately, I don't think I have song request. I'm thinking about doing some sort of song request thing possibly in the future here. I like having my videos published with the sound or with the music tracks going. I think it, makes a fully furnished video at that point. But it's not a lot of work to be able to add music to it if I want to upload it to YouTube. You have the ultimate song that replaced Bye Bye Bye. Yeah, the Crab Rave that was in the channel points had to go away because that version of it was under copyright. Yeah, I'm doing it's copyright music. It is copyrighted music, but it's music that is free to put on YouTube and Twitch for distribution purposes, so it's licensed. See, the turn down for Crab version is fine. The turn down for Crab version is fine because that's like a remix. It doesn't get picked up by the detection engines. Because it's so it's basically it's a copyright song that's been substantially changed or whatever. And so it's not part of any kind of DMCA action stuff right now, at least. Cuban Pete, I would assume is. But yeah, I mean, I think at some point there's a turning point where one kind of has to make that decision to do it or not. Going chick chick boom. The Mask is a great movie. But I'm thinking about doing, you know, like at least one of the more casual streams, like I don't know, like the Sunday stream or something like that. How about the sound clip from the from Dumb and Dumber? I mean, is that one on? That one might even be on Tangia already. Like, that could already be a thing. Oh, maybe not. Yeah, that's potential though. Me and Wrath in real life with you in the middle. Absolutely, JP, feel free. Let's see. Dauntless upgrade. We need to do... I can do one upgrade. I'm not going to do the cargo. Cargo's always last. But I think for a ship like this, because its ability is going to be boosting like Isolytic and everything like that, doing weapon damage is usually most effective. So I'm going to upgrade the weapon, and this will also have... Let's see, the damage should increase, and the apex barrier should increase with the level. So I'm gonna go ahead and level this ship up. Apex barrier didn't move, but the damage increased, and the loot drop increased. I don't usually do the XP thing on that stuff, but definitely do. Got to roll 50 hours work this week already. I understand, between that and all the softball, you've been a very busy man. Have a good night. That part of Dumb and Dumber is proof that up until a point, they had never been in a golf cart stuck in reverse. Have a fresh out of the box transminer I can use for this event. I do have a low one too that I haven't really done anything with. 4 hours of sleep last night. Yeah, that makes it tough. That makes it worth going to bed a little early. Or at least going to chill. Alright, let's speed up the signal observatory, do the warp dive bar. $35% off subs right now. I'm not running anything special.
Party mode has been unlocked. Spam your memes for free. Describe the next song in chat.
Thank you, Tin Man.
Starfield.
approaching.
Oh, I forgot that we had this going.
Captain's log stardate. Right now. The galaxy is burning. Super enemies are everywhere. But there is a signal, a frequency of pure peace. It comes from the bridge.
With the new Ascension tray, I might be able to build a second cube. Heck yeah. Thank you, Tin Man. I really appreciate that.
Chat. 3 minutes left. Keep this train alive to unlock it. Tin Montrek is the hype train king.
I don't remember the context of this last one.
Tin Montrek subscribed.
It's a love song.
Chat, your brand new track is ready. You know what to do. Level up the train to unlock it.
I don't know, the docking procedure sounded a little dicey to me. Oh, my face is gonna be hurting by the time this is done.
Shields are holding. Shields are holding. But the hype train is fading. Hull integrity dropping to 50%.
I feel like these hype trains have gotten worse or better and better as these have gone on.
Drifting into the void. Captain Cottontail 86 needs a hero. Chad Bro chillin'. Do you copy? We need more power.
900 bits or 2 subs to hear the next song.
We need the bits.
1
Don't let the signal die.
2 subs to level up.
Full power. Photon torpedoes. Fire the gifts. Subs are fuel. Bits are sparks. Lighting up the gap.
Tin Mantrek dropped a payload of 10 subs.
Tin Man.
The hype train is at level 4. Describe the next song in chat.
I still don't know why
The
the
hype
freaking
train
subscribers thing
is
doesn't
at
update
level
right.
5.
Alright, chat.
Gifted a sub.
Whatever you want the next song to be, put that in chat. Put that next song. Hey man, you're nuts.
We detected a signature on the long-range sensors. It was faster than anything we've seen. He warped in, he dropped the payload, and then he was gone. A true hit-and-run artist. This is the ballad of Cottontail 86 and the phantom lover Chad Bro chillin'.
Oh god.
Drive spinning, Raiders grinning. 1 second only, it's showtime. Only hit the quiet and left me haunted. Chad bro chilling, skill so thrilling. Catch the heart, worlds apart. Having fun, it's done. Chad bro chilling, engage engines, drop the love. Then he shoves up the throttle, full battle rattle. Shields are down, he left the town. SDFC, whole style. No denial, so fast.
SDFC.
Muy rápido, no amigo, just the raid and the
There are 2 levels remaining until all-time hype train record.
Tin Man's funky down.
He raided, he loved, he left that crowd, speedy drive. He saw, he raided, he loved, he left that crowd, speedy drive.
Dude, not about you. This is about you. Oh, you're talking about the next one.
The romance is stalling. We're losing velocity. The love drive is offline. Who can recharge the shields? Who has the bits to restart the heart? Save the warp speed. Train is dying, love is lying. Need a sub to rise above. Don't let it in. Chad is my friend. Proud to pump, jumping home. Red for love, red for us, red for Chad.
Hello, Cupid stunt.
What we love, push and shove. Kirk style, make it work.
73 cheered with 200 bits. Chat, your brand new track is ready. You know what to do. Level up the train to unlock it.
Cat. Wait. My notifications say he already unfollowed. Classic.
Oh, jeez.
Time remaining
86.
2
Queen of the fix,
minutes.
SDFC, the life for me. Raid and dash for the cash.
Just for the cash.
He's gone to a new quadrant now.
It possibly could.
Probably doing the same thing to some other streamer. But we'll always have this hype train. Disengage.
It is like the right kind of fluffy. Tin Man 5 more. Leaves 100 bits or 1 more sub for this song.
Gifted 5 subs.
Thank you, Simon says.
Describe the next song.
Alright, chat,
in
you get to describe the next song.
The hype train is at level 6.
It is.
USS Hype. Stalled out.
Oh, wow.
Captain's log. The integrity gauge is reading critical 50% red.
Yes.
We're
Once
dead
this
in
song
the
is
vacuum.
done, make sure to add MJ to let him know how much you
I
love
didn't sign
the
up
hype
for a
train.
funeral. I signed up for a party. I'm looking at the long-range scanners.
Chad's
and-
love for you will not be forgotten.
I'm picking up a signal. It's not a standard Starfleet rescue party. It's
a banjo.
Thank you, DK, for the sub.
Town silence, dust in the air. Crickety fail and nobody's there.
Subscribe.
Vibe is cold. Story of a train that's growing old. Tin Man. Tin Man.
Yes, add MJ hat to let him know how awesome this song was.
With the master plan. Tin Man track. Let's go. Tin Man track. Hero flow.
He's not coming in a shuttle. He's riding a cosmic.
They got the
horse.
hoedown part right with all the fiddle.
And he brought a whole.
There is only 1 level remaining until all-time hype train record.
They're saving the stream, making it ready. Who saved the train? Who healed the pain? Who brought the fun? Chef!
Sheriff Tin Man.
Your brand new track is ready. You know what to do. Level up the train to unlock it.
Rolling like a Tootsie Roll, losing all control.
Oh, that's crazy.
Hold up. What is that smell? It's vanilla. That vibe is sweeter than a cinnamon roll.
Train, make some noise.
All right.
Loud. I was gonna play a sad song about a train gone wrong. Now, who am I kidding? I don't know sad songs. We just keep picking. The train is slow and the rhythm is going. Where's the fun?
Refund.
Shiz and Hat, you guys are the ones that brought this to me and wanted to bring this up.
The banjo player is getting tired.
Can you kind of
Time remaining 2 minutes.
Iron Fister.
Imagine that.
Holy crap, 1,200 biddies. Thank you. Say crack train.
Shiz, why don't you
4 more subs or 2,000 bits to finish out this level. And get the next song.
Did his part, but the engine is cooling down. We need fuel. We need sparks. Who's gonna keep this party alive? Chat, it's on you now.
These things are so awesome.
From the next level.
Sub-bomb disco. I've heard the Hype Train do a couple of, country songs before, your country songs. I think it does a really good job with them.
We're riding this one to the stars, over and out.
Iron Fister.
23
gifted 5 subs. The Hype Train.
Thank you for the 5
is
subs.
At level 7. Describe the next song in chat.
Describe the next song. Put in chat what you want to hear on that. Y'all broke the Hype Train record too. Thank you so much. We're gonna give away some merch after this.
Irrelevant, the engines are cold, the dance floor is empty. We are drifting in the silence. If we don't get a signal soon, the party is over.
Actually, we should start giving... We should be doing the marbles on stream already. I want to hear that Panic Tortoise noise again.
Fast, panic in the past, need a spark to blast, make this moment last. Radar is lit up, fill the golden cup, don't let it flop. Get to the top. Gifts a bomb, it's a gifts a bomb, gifts a bomb. Come and do no wrong. Turn it up loud. Gifts a bomb, feed the crowd.
Let's kick some marbles off. Exclamation point play. Let's do some marbles during this Hype Train. This is not going to be for the giveaway yet. This is just going to be for the hell of doing marbles.
Tell me what you see.
69 seconds to get in.
Dancing in the swirl, take them out tonight to the neon light. Saucers are spinning, records are winning.
Chat, your brand new track is ready. You know what to do. Level up the train to unlock it.
Captain Krabby Bunny.
Dimitrik gifted 5 subs.
What the hell is that, man?
The sky's turning gray, the vibe is fading away.
The train is dying, level stuck, time beating out.
I'm guessing by Krabby it means crabs, not Krabby. Alright, 30 seconds, exclamation point, play. Was this supposed to be a calm stream? No, I think the title said something about chaos.
Prime the guns. 10-man track. Push the button.
Busty Beard Man is gone. Alright, 5 seconds, exclamation point, play. Let's get him. Or sub 1700 bits to complete this level and get the next song. Iron Fister's in first place. Ooh, this is a tough looking track. Nobody went down the other side. Everybody followed this route. Oh, I didn't look at your pretty b-ball. It looks like a roly poly now with this rolling.
We ain't stopping, give us more. Floor shaking, retro quaking, sub bomb hitting.
I'll check it out on the next one for sure. It's a high quality H2O. Deli Myers in first place now.
More subs for the next level. Over.
I gotta laugh my ass off because I was rolling in JP stream earlier this week, and what I had been calling cones, he called pricks, and I thought that was amazing. Thank y'all.
This is a new all-time hype train record. The hype train is at level 8. Describe the next
Yeah, I thought it was done.
in chat.
Iron Fister, thank you for the 2,000 biddies. Holy crap.
Iron Fister 23.
So many
cheered
things
with
happened.
2,000 bits.
Iron Fister's up in the lead now. He just paid to win on this, maybe. Oh, this is the Krabby song.
Captain Cottontail.
Oh, you got 6 seconds to describe your song.
Running at optimal efficiency. We are cruising through the sector. Everything is normal. Everything is under control. Wait. Reading a spike.
Iron Fister's finished first, Misa second, Tony Sir's third, Sherlock Holmes fourth.
It says Cottontail is a crabby
MJ Hat looking nice and dapper, going for fifth. Nope, Loston's gonna take fifth. MJ Hat takes sixth.
No.
Allie's gonna take seventh.
No, that's not a reboot. That's a...
D-Cam will just go fucked himself into 8th place. Tin Man's gonna go for 9. Looks like Koga Doug's going for number 10.
Glitch in the Matrix. DNA rewrite.
Lord Scared coming in 11th.
Tightening up. Look at the ears. They are twitching on a crustacean shell. What is happening to the captain? Bunny up top.
All right, let's hit another rando. Not yet. Free merch is gonna go after the hype train's done. All right, exclamation point play, get in on this next race. Figured if you guys are gonna throw bits, let's make them count for the races.
Captain on the bridge, walking sideways. Go to the left.
I thought there was a shortcut there. I was like, hell yeah.
He is snapping. Click, clack, click, clack. Snapping at the button. Warp speed engaged. Sideways only. Krabby Bunny. Krabby Bunny. Krabby Bunny.
It's crazy.
Chat, your brand new track.
Yeah, come on,
is
Asian boy. Let's see if you can win this
know what
one.
to do. Level up the train to unlock it.
All right, 30 seconds. Exclamation point play to get in on the race.
Listen. 32 reports, audio and
100 race.
Listen to the engine. It used to hum.
Oh no.
Now listen.
There's no pressure, no pressure, no pressure.
That's the propulsion.
Iron Fister's Ascension.
We are moving. We are scuttling.
5,600 bits or 12 subs for that next one. Or we can save the song for the next stream if y'all want. 5 seconds to get in. Last call. Exclamation point play.
Resistance is futile.
Nobody wants to hear about it.
We don't know yet. It's a mutation. Absurdity overload. Captain Cottontail is gone. Long live the crab. Long live the bunny. Transformation is unstable.
But it looks like Lord is Scared jumping out to the lead.
The mutation is stalling. The The shell is cracking.
Oh, Tin Man tracks out
The
first.
train is dying. Who can save the beast? Who has the
Misa making a
biomatter?
run for
We
first.
need more subs. We need more bits to fuel the mutation. Don't let the captain turn back to human.
Unsubbed user up to the lead.
Twitching. Iron Fist of 23. Do you copy? We need input now.
We need
Before
input
the
now.
sideways walk stops.
Time remaining. 1 minute.
Hell yeah. Ooh, Lord is scaring up to first.
We need 12 subs.
And we got blocked.
To push
JP's dead.
above level.
Mutation rising. Faster.
$50 tech passing on the right.
Crustacean, more ears. Power. Maximum speed. Look at him go. Pure chaos. Sideways scuttle across the galaxy. Coming for your loot. Coming for your bits.
40 seconds on the train if you want to hear the next song.
30 seconds. Time is running out.
Ooh, we got a roadblock going on in here.
I try to stand up
Oh,
straight.
it rotated.
Who am I kidding? I love it sideways.
Lost into the lead. Oh, jeez. It did the thing.
There's only
It did the thing.
12 seconds left.
Yeah, lost. I'm pretty sure it got the backwards thing going on where the furthest back from the track was actually the ones that were showing in first place.
Hell of a hype train.
Thank y'all for that amazing hype train. Level 8, 7%. Absolutely amazing.
On some things.
Chat, your brand new track is ready.
Absolutely
You know what to
amazing.
do. Level up the train to unlock it.
That's not mine, that's his. I think... I don't know where anybody is anymore. We're past. Cupid stunts in first. 50's right behind. Cupid stunt's gonna take it. Just gotta fall in the hole. Just gotta fall in the hole. Ooh, there we go. Cupid stunt in first. 50 second. Meyer in third. Tin Man fourth. I'm in fifth. Iron Fister is going for sixth. Lostin's coming in for seventh. Right in the hole. Nobody ever does that. Unsubbed user. We got Broken Wolf coming in for 9th. Misa's in 10th. Got Mr. Tony Sir back in 11th. That's what she said. But we're going to have the Wall of Fire coming up here pretty soon. Broken Wolf found the hole too. All right, Mr. Tony Sir and Misa, who's going to fall in first? Misa first, Tony second. Domo right behind. What do we got? Ellie fall in. Ellie didn't make it. Ellie didn't make it. We had a few losers. We had a few succumb to the fire on that one. Unfortunately, Asian Boy was one of them too. All right, we're gonna do another race here. We're gonna do this giveaway for merch, and I'll let this go for any piece of merch off of my merch store. Exclamation point play. Oh, I need to look at Misa's ball. I need to look at the cute meat bee. Oh, that is a cute. We haven't done a ball inspection in a while. Mr. Tony Sir's got a nice gold one. Domo's got the 250 special ball. We got mine with the butterfly wings and the 250 ball. Raven's got a naked ball. Warzone's got the ice cream sandwich ball. Poker Dog's got the Matrix. I believe that is a rare skin. JP's looking all naked. Asian boys sporting the American flag. Ellie's got the that's what the Plinko rings. Plinko rings? Chinko rings. Whatever the rings were called. And we have DWD Viper in a fancy car with a sweet swirly mess of a marble. I like it. Lord Scaren's got like the evil ghoul, some sort of form of Morby. Dellenmeyer's also naked.
$50 Tech asked me, why does $50 Tech have a bigger Schwartz than Wrath of Buttercon? Because $50 Tech rolled in with main character energy and a damn fine luck stat.
1 minute to get in on the race! Exclamation point play.
By the Chaos Gods. Also, apparently the crew inspected the balls and the verdict was one of them is just better. That's some filthy scientific bullshit.
Jesus. All right, we've got 19 marbles in the race. We're up to 20. Exclamation point play if you want to get some free merch off of the merch store. That's how you really feel, Janeway. Janeway's really on it. He stayed for the fun, Tin Man. I appreciate it. You caused a lot of the fun. All right, 10 seconds. Last call, last chance. Discombobulating Disco Circus. Ooh, unsubbed user get through the obstacle fast. This is the same track. I played the same track. What was all the bouncing? What's up with all the bouncing? Unsubbed users in first. I did play the same track, didn't I? Oops. Didn't intend for that. Asian boy with the 50 biddies. Lumini died. Tin Man runs through those obstacles.
Cheer 100, cheer 100, cheer 100, cheer 100, cheer 100.
EWD Viper with the 500 biddies causing some havoc. I see a boost, no grab, restart, boost, dingle, dingle, dead, 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 boosted, dead. Chaos ensues. Tin Man's up to the lead though. Draven's dead. We're losing marbles. We're losing marbles, everybody. Iron Fister's also dead. Tin Man's still in the lead. Ooh, this thing bows to him and lets him through immediately. Lord Scaren goes through. Ooh, I have myself and Ellie get through and it rotates back up. So this is going to be a 4-way race for the finish here now. Everybody else is being left way behind. Or are they going to get a different pass through that might be a little quicker? Time will tell. They got a different route. Doesn't look like it's going to be any faster, though. Ooh, Tin Man makes a good path through there. Lord of Scaring just a little bit better. Ellie got out in front. Ooh, I snuck out of the tumbler. Maybe this isn't the exact same track. It's very similar if it's not. All right, first place. I'm not winning my own merch. Lord Scared, just pass me. Just pass me. Fall right in the hole. No, okay. All right, Lord of Scared's gonna win the merch. Ellie's in second. Well, third. Tin Man in 4th. Asian Boy gets 5th. JP gets 6th. Doug gets 7th. Viper falls in for 8th. Lisa's looking for 9th. Finds the hole, gets in 9th. Mountain Druid falls in for 10th. Telemeyer for 11th. Damo for 12th. GG's. 6th place that wins. If I wish I had a something set up for that one. Or Scarin. Check out the merch store. Let me know what you want. Send me a DM on Discord, and I will send you a coupon for free Priest merch. But since we had 20 people in, we had the top 5 getting season points. So Asian Boy, you got points off of it at least, even if it wasn't a win. Still got points. Awesome. That was amazing. That was amazing. Yeah, I know you've said that you've got a lot to do and we're planning on doing an unboxing video. I think that's a really cool idea. So it's late for me. That is tomorrow, you think? That'd be a pretty decent thing to do. It gets a little bit quiet and a little bit of a break from arenas. Let's see. We got a few people that are running tonight.
Cross out the ones who heard my cries and watched me weep. I love everything. Fire spreading all around my room.
Andy's going, but he might be getting closer to the end of his. He's doing Silk Song. It looks like LaRooster doing RuneScape. Warzone. We raided a Baldrin last night. So let's do. We haven't done Warzone in a little bit, so let's do Warzone. There's been a few streams. We can't be forced to go play SDFC. That's a good idea. But I know, like, he's probably almost done. All right, let's go raid a Warzone. We've done it a lot. Thank you everybody so much. All the bits, all the subs there. That hype train was absolutely amazing. You smashed the record in the channel. Love y'all so much for that. That's absolutely fantastic. I still need to figure out why the damn subscriber count does not update the way that it's supposed to. I thought I had that fixed, but apparently not. Might have to move that to a different platform. Thank y'all so much. I hope everybody had a fantastic Thursday. Tomorrow's Friday. If you choose to engage in arenas, hope you have a great run in arenas tomorrow night. If not, hopefully you get some fun times and get to enjoy something enjoyable on a Friday. Otherwise, yeah, have a great night. Thanks once again. And I will see y'all around. I'll be back streaming on Sunday at 6 o'clock Eastern. Thank y'all so much.
Did someone